Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa run with Jordan. We're in part 2, and if you didn't see the first part, then this is our group for the final round of qualifying. We have Iran, Australia, South Korea, and Syria. Very, very tough group, and we are probably the smallest team in there. However, Jordan have been performing quite well, and I'm sure that we'll be able to be a little bit of a giant killer in this run. Before we start, it's always on legendary difficulty. You all know that by now because it is the best and most fun way to play the game. Our first match at home is against Iran. This could be quite a difficult match if we don't perform, but Iran are only a 3-star team on this game, which makes them, just average at best. I'm hoping as well that we can get a lot of good goals like we did in the last video. We scored some absolutely cracking goals in the first part of this series. If you didn't see it, you should probably check it out. Abdul Ali, he's going through here. Is there a chance? Saved by the Iranian goalkeeper. And that was a big early chance for Jordan. We are struggling a little bit to retain the ball against Iran. I'm sure that Jordan, can pick up where they left off from last time. Although we were playing smaller teams. So maybe this might be a bit of a different sort of video to the last one. Of course, last time we were playing Palestine, Qatar and Syria. So the opposition here is clearly a lot harder. Shot by Iran and caught by our keeper. Again, another weak attempt. This match has been a little bit on the boring side, if I'm being honest with you. Just barely anything has happened. Here we go. Salim. And it's saved again by the Iranian keeper. That's our second shot of the game. It's a through ball to Iran. And they've done it. They've actually snuck it in. And Madanchi has scored in the 81st minute. I knew something like that was going to happen because Iran have had tons of chances and just missed loads. And then they just shoot from that position and it just rolls in. Crossed in, and that's back post, and that's actually gone in. And another goal conceded, and it's Madanchi again. 2 goals in the space of 6 minutes. And we are dusted in this game. Absolutely dusted. What a ball, by the way, by the computer. What a ball. To do that, to pinpoint it at the back post there, that's really good. And that's a through ball. Is there going to be a chance for Iran? Oh, how did that stay out? That could have been a third. That would have definitely been game over. And it just hasn't been Jordan's day, unfortunately. 2-0 against Iran, a 2-0 loss. And we need to pick ourselves up. This is going to be a tough group. Iran started off quite slow, like the whole game did actually, to be fair. And then towards the end, they just finished us off. Our second match of this qualifying campaign sees us in South Korea for this match. Again, another tough team to play against. We're losing against Iran like that. And it wasn't that bad, to be fair, until the end. They finished us off quite easily in the 80th minute. Maybe because we were tired or something like that. I don't know. Here comes South Korea. And they hit the post. Park Chu-young into the middle. And that's slotted in for 1-0. The defence of Jordan just couldn't stop it. And Lee Kyung-ho has scored to make it 1-0 to South Korea. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble, I feel, in this group. Defending hasn't been great, and it's not Jordan's fault. They're just not strong enough to contend defensively with these sort of sides. It's a bit crazy having the likes of South Korea, Iran and Australia in the same group. It's quite difficult, and not every side can deal with that sort of, those elite teams in Asia. Push your way through, dude. Oh, what a save by the South Korean keeper. Okay, we've had a chance. Oh my god. Nah, that's so bad. That is so bad by me. And Lee Kyung-ho has scored from the goalkeeping error. My fault. Completely my fault. Completely brain dead error there by me. And I've pretty much given the game to South Korea. Oh, this is great play. Absolutely fantastic. And it's 3-0 to South Korea. 3-0. Lee Kyung-ho again. It's over, guys. It is over. This match is 100% over. Jordan just haven't been good defensively, and I do understand that. I do understand. I'm not blaming them. Go on. Over the top. Abdul Ali. Can he score? Can he get one back for Jordan? No. Hold on. It's headed, and it's gone in. Okay, it dribbles in, and that's 3-1 now. Jordan have a consolation. Abdul Ali has scored from the deflection, and it's 3-1. Can the comeback, happen? Doubtful, but maybe. Jordan have sadly had pretty much nothing in this game. Yes, we did score, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. It's tipped over the bar. They are still trying to get the goal, but we've had minimal chances. South Korea have been really good defensively. Jordan have tried. Give them credit. They have tried, but this will be another loss in this qualifying campaign. That's 2 already, and it's not looking brilliant for Jordan. Oh my goodness. Oh, how did that not go in? Almost scored another long range goal, but it hits the bar. We almost had him towards the end. If we'd scored these chances, it would have been 3-3 or something. Crossed in, headed away, and no, we're not going to get anything here. As the full-time whistle blows, it's a 3-1 loss to South Korea. Expected of course, but it does leave us in a little bit of a hole at the start of the qualifying campaign. Our next match for Jordan is going to be at home against Australia. Again, another really tough opponent. We are getting these opponents out the way first, I presume, and then we get to play Syria. That's the game, I think, the Syrian game. If we lose that game, then I think we won't qualify even through the playoffs, I don't think. I think we'll lose this game on the current form that we're on. But, yeah, the Syria match, we have to win that game. Here we go, Bresciano pushing his way forward here. My defence just cannot catch these players up. Is there going to be a shot? And he somehow rolls it in, and that's 1-0. Bresciano just scored from the tightest of angles I've seen in a while. And it's 1-0 to Australia. Okay, cool. Their first attack of the game, and Jordan are 1-0 down. And it's headed away. Jordan feel powerless against these kind of nations. Absolutely powerless. I know we're a small team, only a 1.5 star / 2 star nation, but sometimes I can get a nation going, as you've seen from my previous qualifications in different nations and stuff that are rated the same as Jordan. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Maybe it's just a little bit too much. Australia have been pretty much dominant in the midfield area. They haven't had a lot of shots, apart from maybe the one they scored and that one there, but yeah, they've done the job defensively and in the midfield area. Stopped us from going through on goal. Bresciano crosses that one in, and that was outrageous. That was absolutely outrageous. Kennedy has scored, and that ball was, like I said in the last video, right? When I scored that cross, the computer always does it. And there's evidence straight away that it does it against me all the time. Look at that. That was an outrageous ball by Bresciano. And Kennedy just had to tap it in. It's a through ball, and what a defensive effort there from Australia. That is what we're up against right now. Australia have been absolutely unreal in this match, just like South Korea and Iran as well. It's a through ball. Salim going through here. And he puts it in for a consolation. It's 2-1. It's not going to mean much because it's in the 90th minute, but at least we got a goal. So we've shown that we can score against these teams. We just can't win against them. And we lose against Australia, only 2-1, a very narrow loss, despite the fact that Australia pretty much dominated us in the midfield and stuff. Towards the end, we were getting back into the game, but yeah, we've lost 3 in a row now. And we desperately need to win against Syria in order to actually try to make the playoffs. Crucial match coming up here against Syria. We really need to win to catch up with the rest of the group. Quite honestly, we've got 0 points, and the playoff position is being held by South Korea at the moment, who I believe have maybe 5 or 6 points. And here comes Salim already. Is there a chance? No. But yes, nice one. I don't know how he managed to get that. And Salim has scored in the 3rd minute. Great start away from home. And Jordan have taken the lead. Literally just pushed my way through from the kickoff. Shot, came off the keeper, and then shot again, went straight in. Crossed in by Syria, and it's just caught again. They keep coming close, but we're not letting them. It feels like Jordan are really struggling in this group. Really, really struggling. Like, even now, I'm struggling to go past Syria's defence. It is a big game for both of these sides, but yeah, Jordan just don't seem like the type of team they were in the last video. Syria, okay, they put it wide, and that is going to be half-time with the score 1-0 to Jordan away from home. I mean, playoffs might still be possible, but yeah, I don't think so, because the thing is, because we got Iran, Australia and South Korea, one of them will have to go to the playoffs because they've all been so good against me, at least. So yeah, we needed to notch at least one win against one of them. Al-Fandi crosses it in, back post, and it's off the post there. Syria very unlucky not to equalise. Through ball, here comes Salim. He could finish off the game with this shot. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Syria, one last opportunity. Chabo crosses it in, and it's blocked by Jordan. Clear that away, and we got a 1-0 victory over Syria. That's what I wanted, to try and restart this campaign. So finally we got 3 points on the board after 4 games. Not looking brilliant for Jordan, but at least we have got some points. Oh, cool. Salim was injured in training. Of course he was. But anyway, if you want to see the table at the halfway point, it's looking like this. So there is still a chance that we could get into the playoffs. We're only 2 points behind South Korea. But only getting 1 victory in 4 games isn't going to be enough to steal that spot away from South Korea or whoever goes in there. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. In the other group, Sri Lanka have got 9 points from... That's actually insane. How have they done that? How have they actually done that? They're about to qualify for the World Cup on their own. That is actually insane. That's respectable. That's really awesome. North Korea are second with 6 points, and Uzbekistan have got 5 and sat in the playoffs. Japan and Saudi Arabia, not too good so far. I know they're only about 2 points off the 2nd place spot, but wow, that group looks like it's upside down, to be honest with you. Okay then, the reverse fixtures are happening, and it's now time to play Iran away from home. Jordan really need to get a result here. I know it's possible. I absolutely know it is. But can we actually make that possibility happen on the field? If we start losing again now, then it's pretty much game over. But I'm kind of hoping that in the other group, Sri Lanka qualify. That is absolutely, like, such a surprising scenario. Cowhill Deeb's pushing his way through, and it's saved by the Iranian keeper. It's just been one of those matches again where we just can't seem to break down the opposition. We are basically the minnow, literally the minnow. And most of the time when I do play as the minnow, of course, I can compete. But it feels like in this one that I'm really up against it. Like I'm on the ropes, about to get knocked out with the knockout punch. And I don't know which nation is going to deliver it, but I'm hoping that it won't be Iran in here, this qualifying campaign, and it just goes wide. That's unlucky from Iran, and it is 0-0 here in this game. Here come Iran. They put it wide. South Korea have gone 3-0 up against Syria. So even if we draw this game somehow, we'll still fall behind that playoff position. Jordan just cannot seem to control the ball. It's just not been good enough in this campaign. It was always going to be difficult. But cross, Iran have got it and they put it over the bar. What are they doing on that play? All they needed to do was touch it down and tap it in. I don't know what they were doing. But, however, I will take a draw. I will absolutely take a draw considering our poor form in this qualifying campaign. I will absolutely take this draw. It's a building block, a very small building block. With South Korea winning 4-0 here, that playoff spot is slowly but surely getting away from us. How did Sri Lanka beat another opponent again? Sri Lanka are literally going to qualify for the World Cup without any kind of help at all. The AI is crazy. This match is crucial in order to try and qualify for the playoffs, even though it's very doubtful if, and I mean if, we somehow beat South Korea, we will reduce the gap to 1 point for that playoff position. It won't be in our hands still because we'll still have to play Australia and Syria again, but we will give ourselves a chance if we do win. It's been a while since I've had a turbulent qualifying campaign like this, you know, getting absolutely battered by some of these nations that have played me. And when I say battered, I mean not really by scoreline, but definitely by the play on the field and stuff. I know that we've beaten Syria and, you know, drew against Iran, which is fairly decent, but yeah, usually I do perform a little better than this. Well, most of the time. But here today has been an absolute, well, disaster. And they put it wide there, South Korea. They had the chance to go 1-0 up. Park Chu-young on the ball here. Ki-sung-young crosses it in. That's a really good cross. That deserves a goal, and it did deserve a goal there. They got the goal, and that is Lee Kyung-ho again. He's been haunting me in these matches against South Korea. He's scoring every single time, and it's 1-0 to South Korea. The cross was absolutely amazing. We couldn't quite defend it, and yeah, we're 1-0 down. I think we can kiss qualification goodbye, even the playoffs. Kim Chi-woo, he crosses that one in. It's a good one, and that header goes over the bar. Half time, we're 1-0 down, and if it stays like this, or if South Korea have another half like that, then we will be staying at home for this World Cup campaign. Over the top. We're just going to go for it. And it's Bawab. He could do it. He's equalised. The substitute has equalised through the over-the-top ball, and Bawab has done it. He's levelled the game. Now we need to find another goal, because even a draw doesn't really change the situation. Just from a random over-the-top ball as well, and now South Korea are doing it. Sol Ki-hyung. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh, straight away we concede, and Park Chu-young has scored in the 82nd minute. Our defence cannot keep anything out, unfortunately. You know, they have tried. The ball into the box again was outrageous, and then my defender just didn't stay within. And yeah, well, that is game over, sadly. Hold on a minute, Jordan, and he scored, yes! It's 2-2, and it's Suleiman, 87th minute. We just literally passed it around and found gaps, and this could have a big finish, potentially. It's given me hope. Drew against South Korea, and that is going to be it. I think the qualifying campaign is over for Jordan. We'll check the group, but I'm fairly sure that even if we win our last 2 matches, I think we're still going to be behind that playoff position. We did pin back South Korea, which is good. A very good result, but it wasn't enough in the end. So this is our table then. So Australia and Iran have pretty much secured those automatic spots, I feel. You know, they've got games in hand and everything. They've been incredible the whole campaign. South Korea sit in the playoff position. Now we have a game in hand on South Korea. If we win that one, either against Australia or Syria, then we'll be right behind them. And we just got to hope that South Korea slip up, and we desperately need to win our last 2 matches. Checking out the other group, Sri Lanka are still on course to automatically qualify, as are Uzbekistan as well. Sri Lanka do have a game in hand, and I think they pretty much done it, I think they will pretty much done it. Japan and Saudi Arabia They're just a little bit behind, but Japan do have a game in hand. We are away from home against Australia for our penultimate match in this qualifying campaign. If we lose, we will stay at home. If we win, we have a slender chance of taking that playoff spot against South Korea if they lose in their last match. So we desperately need to win this game in hand. The problem is we've got Suleiman out injured and Salim as well, which doesn't help because they are, well, they've been our best players in the whole entire qualifying campaign so far. Suleiman, oh, he crosses it in. And it's headed in, yes! Oh, nice one! I was just about to say, like, Mahmoud has scored, but, like, Suleiman was injured, right? Unless that's a different Suleiman. I was so, like, surprised that he was there that I was like, oh my god, he actually crossed it in? I was just like, what am I on about? Like, yeah, he provides an assist. It told me at the start of the game that he was injured. Like, it told me in the menus he was injured. I'm guessing it's like a glitch or something, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we're 1-0 up against Australia. Come on. Go finesse shot, and it's caught by Schwarzer. It's going to be half-time in a second. The score is 1-0 to Jordan. They are doing it. They are doing it. They're controlling their own destiny. Iran have taken the lead against South Korea. That's perfect. Perfect so far. This is a good situation. It could mean that Jordan might be able to sneak into that spot. Great challenge. And it's a through ball. Mahmoud is going through on goal. He's got tons of space and quite a lot of time. Can he do it? He has done it. It's 2-0. And somehow Jordan have turned the form book on its head. It's 2-0 to Jordan. And somehow, with all this poor form that we've been having, we are doing it. He crosses it in, headed away. But Australia, that was a good chance. And, okay. They got the goal they wanted. And McDonald has scored to make it 2-1. Okay, we can't throw this one away. Please don't. I bet you at the end of this match, South Korea win like 3-2 or something. But great control there by Mahmoud. And it's 3-1 against Australia. I can't believe it. Like, the player slide tackled me there. And I was able to go past and just tap it in pretty much. Well, put it into the top left-hand corner. It's a through ball. Tim Cahill. And he's put it in for 3-2. Luckily, we had that third goal. And we were able to just narrowly escape here, I feel. He got a consolation. And it's been a good match. But I think we'll walk away with a victory here against Australia. And that is it. A 3-2 victory against Australia. Who would have thought that after the amount of games that we lost at the start of this video? Now Jordan are only a few points behind South Korea, I think. Unless, yeah, Iran beat them. So we'll check the groups in a second. Okay then, guys. So there is a chance to steal that spot away from South Korea. We are 1 point behind and we have to play Syria, who are at the bottom of the group. If we do not win this last match, then obviously we don't deserve to qualify. And looking at the other groups, look how close that is. Look how close that is. Anyone can qualify in that last match. Saudi Arabia cannot. They've played their final game and they only have 10 points. So they've missed out regardless of what happens. They've completely missed out. But anyone can win. Any win on the final day, even Japan, can still get into that second place spot with a really good victory. And I'm just hoping Sri Lanka can just stay there. Please stay. I don't want to meet Sri Lanka in the playoffs because that'll be a bit unfair. Here we go then. We are at home and Jordan have the chance to clinch that playoff spot. They need a win here against Syria. But I just know that Syria will make it as difficult as possible. I bet you they'll end up playing like prime Barcelona or something and just absolutely own me. You can tell it's going to happen. We have Salim back for this match, so that's brilliant. I'm looking forward to him hopefully scoring in this match. And we have Suleiman as well, but I guess he was never injured in the first place. That's a good pass. Go on. Yes, we scored. Nice one. And that is 1-0, and it's Mahmoud. Okay, the Jordan fans are loving it now. They are now in the playoffs. How about that? I cannot believe I scored from that angle, but okay, it's in, and it's 1-0 to Jordan. Tackled. Great challenge by Salim. And this could be a chance for 2. It is 2, and surely now you have to think that Jordan will be qualifying for the playoffs. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Salim with a great challenge, and we just sweated it into the box to make it 2-0. It's not looking good for Sri Lanka right now. They're 2-0 down against Japan, and North Korea are beating Uzbekistan 4-0. So, yeah, that group can change massively. Jordan have a corner. Suleiman to cross this one in. Header, and it's gone in. It's 3-0. And that was the defender, Kamis, has scored to make it 3-0. And it's game over. Jordan will be stealing that playoff spot away from South Korea. South Korea must be absolutely devastated about that. And that's going to be it. Jordan have won 3-0 over Syria, which will mean, hopefully, that we get that playoff spot. We will leapfrog South Korea to go into the playoffs. That is incredible from Jordan, considering that we were getting destroyed in this group until the end. There it is. We got 11 points in the group stage, and we somehow made it to the playoffs. Incredible from Jordan. Now, who will we be against in the other group? Let's have a look. It's Japan. Sri Lanka did somehow manage to qualify, even though they got battered on the last day. That is incredible from Sri Lanka. Well done. Really, really well done. But we have Japan now. That's really tough. That group there was so close. Like, literally everything changed on the final day. Uzbekistan were literally like, I'm fairly sure they were in the top 2 position. Then they got smashed on the last day by North Korea, and then they ended up losing out on qualification entirely. Right then, 2 extra matches for you here, and it's now a playoff match against Japan. If we lose here, then I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but, you know, with Jordan, they've done enough to get here, and I feel like they can pretty much go into the, I think it's like an inter-confederation playoff after this, isn't it? Over the top here to Mahmoud. Cross that in and off the bar. Go on, header it. Oh, that's so unfortunate that we almost scored that cross. Here comes Nakamura. And he's pushing his way through. I just cannot stop him. And there we go. We finally just get to him. It's going to be a corner to Japan, though. 34th minute in. And it's crossed in. Headed away. Jordan are really up against it. Again, another big team that we have to come up against. Half time, and Jordan and Japan are still drawing 0-0 here. We are away from home, and if we can get that goal, then that would be great, because the away goal rule matters in these playoff games. 79th minute. Not a lot has happened in this game, but here comes Japan, and they scored! Oh no! Oh, we just couldn't control the ball, and in the 81st minute Japan take the lead in this 2-legged playoff tie. Okay, well, at least it wasn't an away goal, so yeah, that's so annoying. Chested it down and they just stole it and just tap it in. Tackled there by Salim. Go on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a miss and a half. That could have tied the game up. It looks like we're going to drop this game 1-0 here. Not a bad result. You know, it was just a minor mistake that caused the goal for Japan to go in. So the first leg is done. We've lost 1-0. On to the second leg. We really have to try and win this game. Otherwise, we are out. All that effort just to get bounced out by Japan. It will be kind of disappointing, but kind of expected as well, to be fair. It's unlucky that we had to play Japan in the playoffs, because we could have played anyone in that last group. Japan have got it here, And they found the goal. It's 1-0 and 2-0 on aggregate. Hasabi has scored. And that is really, really devastating for Jordan. Just couldn't close them down. They turned me there. And the defending in this whole entire campaign has been like that, sadly. They go for it, and they scored from outside the box. It's 100% over. And Nakamura, of all players, man. It had to be him, didn't it, to score a long-range shot. I don't really see the computer pull off those kind of shots very often, which is surprising that they actually went for it there. But now we're 3-0 down on aggregate. There's no way we can get back into this game. Japan, cross it in. It's just gone in. Yeah, Jordan are cooked in this one. They're absolutely, like, there's no way we can get back in this one now. It's a through ball. Okazaki, he almost put it in there. It's just not been enough from Jordan. Like, we can't even get forward against Japan. We just keep giving away the ball. The passing has been sloppy. Defending has not been good when it matters. And that shot. Oh, yes, that was a nice goal. But it won't change much. It's 4-1 now on aggregate. And Khalil Deeb just gives something for the fans to cheer about there. We boot it away, and there we go. Jordan have been eliminated from World Cup qualifying via the playoffs. It's over. The journey is over for Jordan. I'm sorry that I couldn't get Jordan to the World Cup, but it was a massive uphill battle from the start of this video. You know, we lost so many games, and then we had to drag Jordan to the playoffs. We were lucky to get to the playoffs, and then we met Japan, sadly. Alright then, so Germany won against Holland in the final, and France beat England in the third place playoff 3-1. Alright then, so let's have a look at the group stages before we wrap this video up and see where Sri Lanka actually went in this World Cup. So Slovenia and South Africa went through in Group A. In Group B, we have Germany and United States going through in that one. Ghana and Serbia getting eliminated. Group C, it was Croatia and Cameroon, with Costa Rica and Ireland getting eliminated. In Group D, it was France and Brazil going through. Paraguay missing out on goal difference. Australia only got 2 points in the end. In Group E, it was North Korea and England going through. Argentina, shockingly, only got 1 point in that group. In Group F, it was Spain and Bosnia going through. Peru and Sri Lanka go home, and Sri Lanka only managed a draw in that group. Still, that's pretty historic for a nation like Sri Lanka. In Group G, Holland and the Czech Republic went through, and Zambia and Iran go home. And in Group H, we have Portugal and Switzerland going through there, Nigeria and Canada going home. And that is your round of 16. Any noteworthy results in there? Any like shocks or anything? Cameroon beating Brazil 3-1. That is the best result out of the whole tournament tree there. And they almost had Germany in the next round, but they lost 3-2. And then Germany and England had a thrilling game, 3-2. Also France and Holland, that went to penalties after a 2-2 in normal time. Quickly, just having a look at the qualifiers. So that's Group A in Europe, and that is Group B. Moldova went to the playoffs. We'll have to see how they lost, because that's actually incredible. Moldova getting to the playoffs there. In Group C, it was pretty basic. Slovenia and the Czech Republic going through in that one, obviously. Finland went to the playoffs in Europe there. Germany winning the group. Very close, that group. In Group E, it was the same as well. Very, very tight between Bosnia, Turkey and Belgium, but Bosnia came out in the end. In Group F, it was England, and again, a very tight scenario between Croatia and Ukraine, but it was Croatia that got the playoff spot. In Group G, again, another really close group. All these groups have been really close in Europe. Literally only a couple of points between them all, and Serbia actually triumphed over Romania and Austria in that group. In Group H, it was... Again, all these groups are so close. Ireland ran away with it, and then Italy, Bulgaria, Cyprus and Montenegro had to fight it out for that last playoff spot. And then in Group I, Holland as usual in Group I, usually dominate that group, leaving the others to fight it out, and this time it was Scotland that made the playoffs. In Africa, Cameroon went through in Group A. In Group B, it was Nigeria by 2 points over Congo DR. Group C, it was Zambia. In Group D, it was Ghana. And in Group E, it was Mali. Oceania was New Zealand, of course. In South America, that's how your table looks like, so you can pause the video and have a look in depth if you want to. And in CONCACAF, this is how it looks like. So Canada went through, top of that group. Costa Rica came second, United States came third, and Trinidad and Tobago went to the playoffs. And then rounding off this video, we have the playoff results. So Czech Republic beat Finland 3-1 in the playoffs. Bosnia beat Denmark only 1-0 in that one, so it was a very tight game. In Group C, it was Croatia beating Moldova 4-2. Unlucky to Moldova, because it's not usual that Moldova actually get to the playoffs, so really unlucky there. And Group D, it was Serbia beating Italy by 3-2. That's really, really impressive. In the Asia-Oceania playoffs, it was really just a formality for Japan. It was a 5-0 victory over the two legs. And in the other playoff, we have an absolute thriller. Peru beating Trinidad and Tobago by 5-4 on aggregate. That game would have been so good, especially that first game. And that has been your whole entire run with Jordan. I know it's been a very long run, but it's not often that I actually have to try and go through the playoffs on this game. But if you did enjoy this run with Jordan, despite me not qualifying, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it local as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.